Yo, what's up? Predator here. So I just finished watching Oshi no Ko. If you don't know what Oshi no Ko is, this new anime that came out recently. This season. And the first episode was, if I'm correct, if it was like an hour and a bit. And I'm gonna say it right now, I really enjoyed the first episode. And damn man, the again, there is warning. Again, warning. Spoilers. I will be talking about spoilers. So if you haven't watched the series, I recommend. Well, if you haven't watched the first episode, if you haven't watched the first episode, I recommend you go watch it, then come back and watch the video. So we'll be talking about spoilers. So I just want to talk about like the animation. It's amazing. It is very it's very amazing, especially like when the scene when the Aqua and Ruby, those are uh the character's children. Well, I would say the main character, but the first episode we follow Ai Hoshino. Ai Hoshino is a young idol. Um, she's a young Japanese idol who recently gotten pregnant, right? And she gives birth to twins named Aqua and Ruby, who are previous reincarnations of two fans. So the first, let's talk about Aqua. Aqua is a reincarnation. I forgot what the guy's name is. I forgot his name, but he was a doctor, and he was a really big fan of I and like what and obviously her singing and her dancing. He was a great fan. He was a fan of her. Um, what happened was he ended up dying because a stalker who was hired by someone. I will get into that later on. He was hired. Well, he found out that he met the stalker, and then the stalker ran away from him. So he was trying to find the stalker until the stalker pushed him off a cliff, causing him to die of his injuries. And then Serena, this Serena is basically we're talking about Ruby, right? Ruby is obviously the twin of Aqua, and she was the reincarnation of another fan of hers who was very sick and spent most of her time in the hospital. And her name was Serena, right? Her apparently, well, not apparently, but her and I were the same age, but obviously they had different circumstances. Obviously, I was very popular and a famous idol, while Serena was just a fan that was very sick, and she passed away due to that. Um, so basically, they both get reincarnated as children, who we know again as Aqua and Ruby. And I thought, like, I really thought that it was going to be I was going to be the main character, and it was going to be about her balancing the life, like balancing, because obviously I don't really do not we don't have really like idols here in the West, so like we don't really have that much idols, but like obviously in Japan, idols, like, many people don't really like idols who have when you're an idol, as soon as you have like children and stuff, your basically whole career is over. And I like how the series really talks about like the reality of the idol industry and entertainment industry, because despite all these idols working hard and doing all these performances and memorizing dance moves and doing all this, they don't get paid that much. And this series really talks about that. The first episode really talks about that, and it talks about it to a point, and it's like it's really bad. Like the payment is really bad to the point where like idols have to do other things to get money, whether that be doing acting, right? I does that. I did that in this episode. I does many things. She did acting. She went in game shows. She had to go on like radio shows. She had to do all that just to make money, right? Because she wasn't really getting paid as just being an idol and making over apparently in the episode making over 1 million yen a month. I don't really know what that is in US money or Canadian money. I will convert that if you see on the screen. That's how much it is in real time. But just the fact that, you know, just the fact that it really it really talks about the industry. It just really, and you talk about like child actors too, because one of the characters was um a child actor, and it really talks about like how they get affected. And again, it really sorts to real life because there are child actors in real life that, you know, that is not the same. uh there are many examples. I think most people can go to Macaulay Culkin. If you don't know who he is, he played Kevin in Home Alone. Just just putting it out there. If you don't know who he is, then I guess watching the movies. But anyways, but like, and it really talks about that, and it shows that, we know about and her backstory, and how, you know her mother was like a criminal, and then, she got arrested and she was sent to a group home, and then when her mother got released from jail, she never came back to get her. So basically, she never had anyone to love or to be loved. But so even in the series, she never told her children that she loved her until her last moment, and I will get into that in a second. But one scene that really made me that really made me laugh was the moment. It was the scene when basically Aqua and Ruby, um, their babysitter, which was I think it was I's manager, the wife of I's manager. She went to she went to one of the live not live concert, but like one of the live stages, right? And I and her group were dancing, and then we see this moment where the twins are like have the glow sticks in their hand, and they're like synchronizing and dancing like crazy, and then it's just so funny, man. It was so funny, just like seeing that, and that that really made me like laugh and stuff. But there is obviously this doesn't this the tone changes, like the tone. Like I thought it was gonna be some slice of life normal stuff, right? But then near the end though, the whole tone changed. And again, I repeat, this is spoilers, okay? Spoilers. I'm gonna tell you a big thing that happens in this story. The inciting incident that starts off this whole story. So what happened was, I gets killed. She gets stabbed in the abdominal, in a very important, a vital part of, like, I don't know where exactly she gets stabbed, but it was somewhere vital, right? And then the stalker was like, what did I say? How do I say this? He was traumatized because he always thought that the idols don't really care about people, right? Celebrities, they don't really care about their fans, and even when they say "I love you all" or I love you," they don't really mean it. But when I explains to him her like her background and like where she comes from, the idol, the not the idol, the stalker, I think it was Ryosuke. He didn't last. He died later on, but like he starts to regret it, and then he runs away. But then she then has a last moment with her children, and then she passes on. And seeing this image of like this, the sparkle in her eyes, right? Seeing the sparkle in her eyes just gone. It yeah, that's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. My eyes are watering up in this scene. And I just wanted to know that, like, I really enjoyed the first episode. And just seeing this image of I saying, she never even told the children, I love you, until this moment when she knew she was going to die. And then this series changes from being a model an idol trying to balance, uh, trying to like balance, like trying to hide her secret of having children, to now being um kind of like a revenge story, because the stalker somehow knew that I was at the hospital that she gave birth to the twins, right? And no one and it showed that no one really like idols like. I'm at a loss for words, man. I just finished the episode. I'm tired. It's like 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. Give me a break here, okay? Sorry for my stumble of words, but like it basically turns like a mystery revenge story, because now Aqua, he kind of like deducts like who could be the culprit, and it's kind of weird because the stalker was just an ordinary fan, right? But the fact that he knew Ai's full name and her location, it shows that she got assassinated. Someone put like a hit on her, right? Or someone, no, it was more like the stalker was hired to kill her, because because she called, right? And this I remember. So basically what happened is, um she called the father of her twins to like, oh, won't you just come and visit? And in a way he did, but not in a good way, because the father of the children hired the stalker, to kill I. It wasn't an accident, it wasn't no robbery, it wasn't nothing. It was literally an assassination. So now the series turns into an idol trying to hide her secret from now being a whole mystery, right? Now we gotta know who could who could eyes um who can eyes no who can eyes murderer be, right? And obviously we do know that whoever person that killed, that hired to be killed, was obviously the father. Makes sense. So now, right, because obviously, because the father of the children never saw them, so it makes sense for her to give them the address to know, like, hey, I'm here, so like if you want to see the children, you can always come and visit. So that's how so obviously the father of the children told the stalker where she lived, and then the stalker came and did the job. And then after, when he found out that I actually does remember him, does remember Ryosuke. Again, Ryosuke is the stalker name, not the name of the father. That's you don't know that yet. If you read the manga, then you might have a clue who he is, but I've read the manga, so I'm kind of like mumbo jumbo into this. But the simple fact that, you know, so clearly we do know that the whoever hired the stalker was the father of the children. So now, this series turns into a revenge story, but or vengeance in a way. So basically, Aqua, the boy of the twins, the male twin, has an, has the goal of going into the industry, not for fun or not for money, but to figure out who murdered I, so then he can get his revenge on him. Um, so, and I'll say the first episode is long. I think it's an hour and 15 minutes long, not including that's not including the credits. So, I just want you to know you're gonna be in for a ride, but it's a ride well worth it. And I am intrigued to this series. Okay, now it's like a whole mystery series now. So like I'm intrigued. and I'm just excited, man. Um, if I will read the manga, I'm not too sure I'll read the manga. Um, but I'm just saying right now, I am very interested in the series, and I'm really going to enjoy it. So that's the end for me. Uh, I really enjoyed the series. I'm gonna probably watch some other series on the way. I did watch the first episode of Hell's Paradise. I might talk about that. And I did watch I did watch the latest season of Total Drama, the reboot. It's not out over here in the West. I had apparently it was leaked, so I decided to get my hands on it and watch the whole season from start to finish within like 2 days. But anyways, that's enough for me. I really enjoyed Oshinoko. I'm definitely watching this series, the future episodes of the series. Um, Unfortunately, it wasn't on Crunchyroll because I do have Crunchyroll, and unfortunately, it was not on Crunchyroll, so I had to do um I had to One Piece it. I had to One Piece that shit. So again, that's the end for me. My Twitch is down below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And please, I recommend you watch Oshinoko, the first episode. I promise you, you will like it. If it's not your cup of tea, I understand. Everyone has their own opinion. But yeah, that's the end for me, guys. I really hope you enjoyed just me talking about it. I really just finished watching it, so like literally as soon as I finished watching the episode, I I really started pressing record and just started talking about it. Um, but this I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it again. The scene of I Man when she was about to die, and like just seeing the sparkle in her eyes, uh just go out. That really hit me, and no joke, man, I nearly cried. I nearly cried. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, and that's it. I think this video is going for too long, man. I really hope you guys enjoyed just my talk about it, and I think I might be doing future videos on uh the series, each episode, and yeah, I really how you go join this video again. Follow my Instagram, it's down below. Follow my Twitch, it's down below. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and comment down below what anime are you watching right now. And I will see you guys next time. Cut it out.